Davey VTV, Davey V with you. We're back at Rochester, New York's beautiful Mount Hope Cemetery. And if you've been watching the channel, if you've been keeping up with Davey VTV, it's something that we're going to start bringing new content. I've visited Mount Hope Cemetery over the years. Some of you may be familiar with some of the videos. We visited Frederick Douglass's grave, Susan B. Anthony's grave. And here's another beautiful tree. Look at this. Let's go up here real quick. Wow, look at this tree. And one of the things I want to do is, and I did this a few years ago, but I think it needs attention and exposure again, right? And I am more than glad to do it, is basically film and document, right, and expose the forgotten graves, we'll call it, or the abandoned graves, maybe we can call it that too. And what I'm referring to is exactly this right here. Graves that are smashed, that are broken, and sadly, these are folks that passed many, many years ago, right? So many people will say, well, you know, what do you expect the cemetery to do? And I'm going to be honest with you. I expect them to do something. That's what I expect them to do. So again, I was here filming a video and doing a story, right? And I couldn't help but notice, I always try to be respectful when you're walking, right? But unfortunately, it's almost unavoidable, right? That you're going to walk over somebody's grave, unfortunately. But I mean, obviously, no disrespect by it. I just want to say that. And I just, like I said, I was here on a story, right? And I happened to film in a story, and I happened to see that this continues to be, not continues, it's always been an issue, because the cemetery here, Rochester, the city of Rochester, New York, let's be clear, Mount Hope Cemetery is a beautiful, beautiful place. Look at this. But it is owned by the city of Rochester, New York, so it should be no surprise to anyone that the city of Rochester, New York is one of the most corrupt cities that there are, right? Long history of corruption, from mayors to city officials to city government to the police department. So it's no surprise that a lot of these graves for years, look at this. So obviously this fell off the base here, right? You mean to tell me that they can't just take this, straighten this out, and put whatever? I mean, I'm not a handiest person, so I don't know what this is called, but like, I don't know, some kind of cement adhesive, some concrete, some mixture, right? To put this gravestone back onto this base. You mean to tell me that the cemetery can't do that? You mean to tell me that the city of Rochester cannot do that? To give this person, Lewis Hamp, 1906. So this person has been buried here since 1906, and his wife, Sarah. You mean to tell me that they can't fix this? That is absolutely unacceptable. Let's see here. We see, because there was another one over here. Let's walk over here. And again, I could film all day here because they're all over the place. Just abandoned, broken, tipped over. Look at this. Look at this right here. Here's another one. So you mean to tell me that the cemetery cannot take this base, this gravestone, right? And set it back on this base? You mean to tell me that they can't do that? They can't just physically take this here, just a few inches, and secure it. It's ridiculous. So we are definitely going to stay on this big time. And that I can promise you. Here's another one. Again, this probably fell, obviously it's, this way, right? So it fell forward. You mean to tell me they can't straighten that out Really? That is ridiculous. And again, I'm just going to show you a few examples. I can see them already. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this. And you can tell this has been in here for years. You can tell that this has been like this for years. Look at this. Look at this. That is embedded. Let me zoom in here. Hold on. The sun is so bright. Let me zoom in. That gravestone is embedded into that ground for years. You can tell. Look, let me zoom in more. We can zoom in more. Look at that. Look at that. The sun is shining bright here on my screen, on my phone screen. But again, let's zoom out a little more here. That has been like that for years, I assure you. Look at this. Like I said, we could go on and on. Look at this. What is this? What is this? You mean to tell me they can't address this? That is ridiculous. That is a lack of respect. That is a disrespect is what it is. Here's another one. And again, I could go on and on. This is just a small section of my home. I mean, this place is huge. But look at this. Look at this. You know what's crazy? Look at this. Look at it, right? So somebody put like looks like a bar, right? Can you see that? Like a metal bar right there, right? To hold it up. So they did that, but they can't address this. They can't fix that. That is really ridiculous. So again, I'm going to wrap it up here. It's a beautiful day. Look at this. Look at that sky. Absolutely beautiful day in beautiful Mount Hope Cemetery. But again, we're going to stay on this, especially as the weather gets nice, right? Gets warmer. And it's just unacceptable. It really, really is. And it's a lack of respect. Like I said, let's call it what it is. It's a disrespect to these folks who are buried in an otherwise absolutely beautiful, beautiful cemetery. Unacceptable. As always, thank you for watching Davey V TV.